morning, everyone. Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates here. Can you hear that squeaky, rumbly car outside? Of course, just as I'm starting to tape, that's when the noise starts. At least it's not a garbage truck or a screaming baby today. We'll take it. Anyways, welcome to my channel. We are on day 14 of Stitch Maynia, May 14th, 7:50 a.m., 73. It says mostly cloudy here. It's actually raining. So yeah, more than just a little mostly cloudy. And you know something? That's okay. Yesterday we had a hot sunny day. Rained in the afternoon, got really muggy. It isn't generally too muggy here. For the most part at this time of year. You know, I haven't experienced a whole year here yet, so who knows what summer's going to bring. But, you know, I try and keep the windows and the doors open as much as possible. I like, you know, the air coming in more than I like AC. And I was out on the deck for quite a while yesterday, and it rained, and, you know, we have our new umbrella, and so I was able to sit under that. And it was great, but, you know, it gets to the point where the apartment's holding the heat. You just gotta break down and turn on the AC, but don't need to worry about that. At least so far today. Oh, look, he's going to start up again because we didn't get enough the first time. You know, it's not bad enough that he has a loud muffler. He's also squeaky. Oh, well, it could be worse. Anyways, how is everybody doing today? I am doing just fine. Let me see what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump down here. So today I am working on, for day 14, Hibernation Day from Heartstring Samplery. And I, of course, am right up here on this top band. Looking at that color, you know, I never keep things the same. I am using the called for Piney Woods for the green up here. Boy, does that look different. Of course, part of the reason it looks different is because I'm using a very different fabric. But look how much lighter, a lot more variegation, and it just has a different green to it. But that's okay. I don't mind that. And this is a piece, I was just noticing this again. I love the way she framed this. Look at this. I don't know whether she hem stitched the edge of the fabric, but then it's on like fabric on the mounting of the frame, you know, the back piece. I really like that. So, anyways, my goal today will be to finish the top band and maybe start on the words. We shall see. Yesterday, I got a good bit done on Lighthouse. So you'll remember yesterday was the Lighthouse. Well, it's actually Guiding Star. I've always been calling it Guiding Light. So if you've been looking for it under Guiding Light, you're not going to find it. It's Guiding Star. So if you remember, I just had the door and a little bit of the area around the door done yesterday. I don't even have the door completely done, and I wanted to get more of this done. And I did. I pretty much just used the white yesterday to build more of the lighthouse. And you know, when you're working with just one solid color with solid chunks, it goes so fast. So I got a good chunk of this done yesterday. So got all this in here done. So that makes me happy. I was thinking too, you know, since I am doing this on a dark fabric, I think I'm going to use the I got the yellow accentuate with the Jeanette Douglas Hawaii piece, Aloha Hawaii piece, and I want to be using a little bit of that in that piece. So it's a yellow blending filament. I think I'm going to combine it with white when I'm done and do like long rays coming out from the lighthouse to indicate the light coming out. And I think that'll show up really cool on this dark fabric. So that is getting put away again for who knows how long. as we stitch merrily along. You know, and I was just thinking as I pulled this back out again. So the first words of this are, I love the snap of winter air and snowflakes on my face. This is so not me. You know, she actually used the song, let's see where she says, yeah, the Jars of Clay song, Hibernation Day, are the words. So, you know I'm not a winter person, right? But I just think this is so pretty. Such a gorgeous piece. So, just for this piece, I will like winter. I like pictures of winter. I can handle that. So anyways, our friends tootled off to Maui this morning. They left at, I think they were getting up at 3. I think their plan was to leave by 4:30. Didn't hear them at all. You know, we use a white noise generator in our bedroom. We learned that, goodness, where did we start using that? I guess the apartment in Maryland. But anyways, we learned that that is a great tool for blocking out everything, and yep, didn't hear them at all. You know, they are, so I've mentioned before that John has was stationed here for a couple different tours, and that he's very familiar with the island. His fiance has never been here, so they tried to cram like everything into the days they were here, and so their days were like spent crisscrossing the island, you know, doing hikes, swimming, riding ATVs, eating, doing more hikes, you know. But they would be gone from 7 in the morning until 7 or 8 at night. And, you know, just looking at the pictures that John has been posting on Facebook tired me out. But it also has made us a list of the things that we have to be sure and see that we haven't seen yet. And of course, there's a lot we haven't seen yet. But oh my God. So they're doing the same thing on Maui for the next couple days, seeing as much as possible, coming back here for a couple days and going to concentrate on the Waikiki area before they head back home. So, oh my, it's been fun though. It's good to see him. Mike is homesick from work today with a bad headache. He usually gets headaches from storms. He gets, when the barometric pressure changes, it usually knocks him on his butt, so that's probably what he's dealing with today. Or else he just stayed home to watch Game of Thrones, because we didn't watch the episode on Sunday because our friend John is waiting until they're all out before he watches it, so we didn't want to spoil anything for him. I think that's the real reason Mike stayed home. Of course, I don't know how light the episode was. You know, some of those episodes are so dark and these windows create so much glare on the screen that we usually just wait till, even though, you know, when it's coming out on HBO, when it's being released, it's daytime here. It's like, what, 1 in the afternoon? Nope, I guess 3 in the afternoon. But we still wait until nighttime to watch it because we want it to be dark outside so that we can see the screen better. So I don't know whether we'll wait or not. All right, so I am paused here because I'm thinking I have to stitch another stem going this way. And of course, since this is variegated floss, I'm usually doing one at a time. But I think for this, it's not super variegated. I think I'm just going to go over and back and not fret too much about it. I don't usually fret too much about that kind of stuff. I don't follow the rules, you may have noticed. It's just cross stitch. And I was actually thinking yesterday, this is so, excuse me, I'm gonna pull the guiding star back out. I had a heck of a time getting my stitches to look neat and not splitting the stitches on this one. You can see there's some places where my stitches really split on this one. And I don't know whether, I think it was the combination of the needle and the fabric. Well, and also the floss a bit. So this is a kit. Let's see, it's one of the oven kits, oven, however you say that in Russian. It's a cotton floss, but it's not the best cotton floss. There's quite a few slubs on it. I'm still using it, but it's definitely not the best cotton floss. And this fabric, you know, it's that hemp fabric from Jackson Fiber Arts. It's very rustic. There's not a whole lot of slubs in it, but it does seem to be just a little bit more rough on the fiber. I don't know. It's kind of like, it didn't help that it was a dark fabric, but it seemed like every other hole was skinnier. Can you see that? See how there's like a bigger hole and a skinny hole and a bigger hole and a skinny hole and a bigger hole and a skinny hole. And I always seem to be coming up in the skinny holes. So I think there was a little bit more fighting to get through the holes, but also, I don't know, something about it, I just seem to be separating my my stitches more as I was coming up on a new stitch. And I kind of had to get to the point yesterday of just accepting it. And it's not like it's something that you can really see when it's far away, but I wasn't going to take it all out and do it on something else. I like that fabric. It was just a different feel than I was used to, definitely. It's nice being back on this. This is a 32 count, very open weave. I think I've heard that it's Weeks Dye Works that has a more open weave to their linen. It's a pretty stiff linen. It's been in my stash for ages. I don't know what it is, but it's a pretty gray 32 count. And I am only using one strand on this. A lot of people, I would say probably most people, use 2 strands on 32 count. And sometimes I do, but not all the time. Again, I'm a rule breaker. There's times that I really like the, I don't know, the lightness of the 32 count of the 1 strand on 32 count. And that's what I'm getting on this. Hold on a second. 3, 2, 1, and then another. Let's see. Make sure I place this right. I have to do a stem going up, and it's also the diagonal. Okay, gotta count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was going to show you, this is 1 thread over 32, and I think it looks fine. I don't think the coverage is skimpy. I usually try both on 32, you know, try it with 1 strand and try it with 2 and see which I like better. I don't remember if I tried it on this one or not, or just started with the 32, or I'm sorry, with the 1 strand. And I sure do like it. I've said before, I think this darker gray fabric makes the colors just look so rich. Speaking of colors, my Do Re Mi piece, a lot of you have asked for the color conversion. I'm going to put that up on my website today. I should have time to get that done today. And give credit where credit is due. I did find one of the commenters, one of my viewers, Sumira, knew who it was and gave me her name, and I found her on Facebook and messaged her, thanked her for her inspiration, and told her I hope she didn't mind me belatedly asking permission to show and use her conversion, and she was more than happy. Her name's Jennifer Drinka. Actually, I was going to check and make sure I got the name right again. Yes, Jennifer Drinka. And she actually posted this on Stitch Maynia back in January of 2018, so it was that long ago that I saw it, and I saved the picture off. But I will be getting all that up on my color conversion page today, and let you know when it's there. And I will put what she used. I have her picture, and I will be sharing that, and I'll put what she used, with the caveat that I didn't necessarily use exactly what she used, because, you know, she, like, for example, she used pumpkin as the orange. I think it's General Arts. I don't know whether I used pumpkin or not, but I used an orange, you know. So I'll put what she used, and I'll put what I used if it's different. You know, if I didn't have pumpkin, I just used whatever orange I had. But it's the main rainbow theme that's important. So I've also been, as I'm going through my day, I'm like switching back and forth between my main Mania project and my small for the Smalls Exchange at StitchCon. I'm starting to get worried that I'm not going to get it done. You know, I'm making like a prototype, a practice one, before I do the real one, to make sure I understand, since I'm not very good at putting things together, finishing little things like that. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. But of course that means stitching too. And maybe I should actually just, well, now I thought of it, not worry about the stitching and just do the putting together. I wish I had thought about that before, because I'm not sure I like the fabric I'm using for my practice one to be the one for the main one. Oh, these conundrums. Anyway, guys, we are at 17 minutes. I was reading a thread on Stitching with the Housewives this morning, people asking, I guess people that are new to stitching were asking recommendations for floss tubers. And of course there's so many out there, you know, and all kinds of different people got mentioned, but there were several people that talked about how they focus on not only just those that have the same taste as them, but also, you know, stitching the same types of things as they do, but also those that keep their videos to 40 minutes and under and talk more about stitching rather than, you know, family life, all that kind of thing. And I've actually had some people, like on some of my videos, I do have a tendency to kind of get you caught up on life things, especially with everything that was going on with my in-laws. I know a lot of you guys were very interested to know how they were doing. But I did have one person say, you know, I just found you, watched this, too much life update, moving on. Like, okay. Whatever will be, will be. But yeah, I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on that. How do you decide who to watch and who not to watch? There's so many. There's so many. And you know, I subscribe to so many and only watch, if I even get a chance to watch, 1/10 of them. And I'm still trying to make my way through the StitchCon list as well, so I can at least have watched one of all the different floss tubers who are going to be at StitchCon. Oh, and another reminder, guys, I've gotten probably about a half dozen of you that are interested in me interviewing you at StitchCon. Please let me know if you're interested. I'd love to chat. I have a list started. So, and you know, I did at first say just, you know, those that don't do floss tubes, and that's would kind of like to be my emphasis. But if you're just new, if you're considering floss tube, you know, or if you're just new to floss tube and want to talk, I'm up for that too. If you have questions for me, you know, whatever. It's all good. Alrighty. So I think I'm going to end it there. That's 20 minutes. That's long enough to be nattering on for the morning. So I hope you guys have a great day. Let's see, tomorrow, I never remember to pull out the next day's thing. Hold on. Oh. I'm not going to take it out of its bag. But tomorrow is my sheep. The history of sheep one. All right, guys. Until then, have a great day. And I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.